Hi, and welcome to the LinkedIn Collective Studio at Cannes. I'm Ann Lundberg, Senior Director of Strategic Accounts at LinkedIn. Short-form video is quickly becoming an engagement boon for brands. Some 75% of US adults are spending up to 2 hours a day watching short-form video content. To discuss what's driving the popularity of short-form video and how brands can successfully leverage it as a format, I'm joined today by Christine Cook, Global CRO of Bloomberg Media. Welcome, Christine.
Good morning, Anne.
Today, we're going to talk about this video partnership we've been working on for the better part of a year. But first, can you tell me a little bit more about yourself and what you do at Bloomberg?
I oversee all advertising globally for Bloomberg across all modalities of where we engage journalism with our audiences. So whether that's Bloomberg TV, Bloomberg Originals, our website, Business Week magazine, or any of the 14 global convening moments that we have around the world, live journalism we call Bloomberg Live Experiences.
That's touch points all over the place. So we've been working closely together as a team for more than a year now. Can you tell us the scoop on the project that we've been kind of packaging up and birthing together, and why the partnership between LinkedIn and Bloomberg makes sense?
Absolutely. So we were very excited to be early in this program with you guys, and so far I've done, I think it's a little over 35 campaigns with a wide variety of clients by extending their video in front of our short form video on the platform. So it's been a great opportunity. Bloomberg started to do TV 35 years ago, reaching global business audiences. So you have live TV, and then you have studio programs. We have been doing long form documentaries and significantly a lot of shorts. To your point, video consumption in general is up, and for a business audience, they also are interested in either long form, but definitely short form, and your platform is perfect opportunity for that.
Got it. Well, this program that we've been partnering on, we did it in alpha, it didn't even have a name, but now we've decided to call it the Wire program. So it's, yes, as you said, it's helping advertisers reach their professional audiences by putting their pre-roll content in front of your professional video content in LinkedIn's feed. So there's a lot going on there. But can you tell us more, and what about your experience as a launch partner? How's that been going for you?
It was exciting. There's some highlights when you think about Bloomberg Media. We lean into data quite a lot. It's at the core of what our company does, providing perspective, creating context for people to understand what's going on. But content innovation is also a huge part of our DNA. So I mentioned we've been on TV for quite a long time. Last year, we launched Bloomberg Originals, which was a net new stream of content. And we experimented with all different formats. The opportunity to partner with LinkedIn stays right in our wheelhouse of content innovation. How do we get our insights, narratives, perspectives about the business around the world to our audiences wherever they may be?
So as you dig in on short form video in this professional context, I'm kind of wondering, do they act the same? Do professionals act the same as the rest of us? Like when we're sitting there with our phone and we're just scrolling through pages of short form video, is that what's really happening? What are you learning?
Yeah, I think text is still important, and people are still reading. We see that, but we know that there's a crave for watching. It allows you to see emotional connection between two people. You get the visuals of actually seeing proof points in case studies, and we know that people's just habits writ large are leaning more towards total video consumption. So yeah, professionals are just like you and me, and they care about understanding what's going on in the business. So you think about the ability to curate an appropriate video gives context, and context is important. So allowing a brand to put their commercial in front of the appropriate content that we've produced gives them that context, and then you add the data, the ability to target different audiences, where I think it's another proof point where our brands really do overlap. You guys have rich data, we have great content and data, so it's a big win. Our clients have been so excited.
How many clients? What have you done? Who have you worked with?
We've worked with over 35 different campaigns. About a third of those were in the luxury space. It's really interesting. You think about B2B, of course you can think about technology companies or financial services companies, but we've done quite well in the luxury space. They understand that this is a high net worth individual with spending power, and so it's been exciting to bring those along with us.
I feel like you have really good relationships already at Bloomberg Media in that space, and one of the things that's been really helpful for LinkedIn is to access that and to create those proof points for marketers who are looking for high value B2C customers, not just B2B customers. And so one of the things we figured out as we've gone through this in the first, 7 or 8 months? I don't even know, is that it's something like 65% of the advertisers are incremental to who we're already working with. So we thank you for bringing those people into the mix for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm curious about this, though, more broadly as a business journalism platform and as a video expert for years. Like, how does this end up working for you in the professional environment on LinkedIn? Like, have you figured out any things that do and don't work in the campaigns you've been running, or in the creative you've been running?
I think at this point we're still learning. We have such a wide variety of categories of clients that have worked with us, and we're also still experimenting with what is the content that we put them adjacent to in the feed. And I guess we're just like in the 6-month mark, and so I don't think I have anything empirical to say about the do's and don'ts, but being in a beta program gives you that opportunity. I think some of the stuff that we should endeavor to do together, in sharing results, is to understand how do we make it more seamless. The thing about the contemporary media environment and within Bloomberg, we're on 10 platforms.
Yeah.
And so while I lean in and I'm very excited to extend into the breadth of your platform, we have to just make it easier for these deals to get executed. I mean, the burden is on us and us at the same time. Yeah, all of us.
Well, we were sort of putting the whole thing together in the beginning with bubblegum and tape in some ways, which we really appreciate you leaning in to do with us. But we've been building product to support that. But you get the opportunity and the punishment of being our original launch partners. But we knew we could count on you for it because you're always the first ones. I know.
Like I said, everything that we've been doing is in the realm of content innovation, and this was just perfect. Look, business to business at a global level, you appreciate that. There are not a lot of other people in the B2B space, so we feel very well matched. We have 2,700 journalists around the world. We do over 24 different live news programming, like the Daily Show that we just launched in China, or the show that we just launched out of Dubai, to service marketers and business people in those regions. And so to have a platform like LinkedIn that reaches all of these global people, we're just really excited. I think that there's things that we don't even know yet that we will be doing together, and I'm looking forward to that.
And it's exciting on the LinkedIn side because now that we have 1 billion members on the platform globally, which is kind of crazy to think about.
That is crazy.
It is crazy.
Give me a high five on that. That is awesome.
It was a big celebration. But the thing that we are working on is developing a video muscle in the platform. We've been a print and about who you know, and now what we're building at LinkedIn, we call it the knowledge marketplace, but it's as much about what you know as who you know. And so when people are coming to the platform, they're looking to learn and they're looking to share what they know. So pulling in partners like Bloomberg is like a huge benefit to us because it's creating more reasons for people to come to the feed every day and to spend more time in it. So we are really, really on board for this, like 100% in video. So I have to ask you, you're always a top choice for LinkedIn as an innovation partner. What's next for you? What do you have up your sleeve? What's important?
Well, live experiences continue to be really important for us. So in July, for example, we'll be in Seattle for the Bloomberg Green Festival, which is the first time we're not only going B2B, but B2C in the whole gamut of the realm of climate and sustainability. And then in the fall, we'll be back in LA for Bloomberg Screen Time. So live experiences, convening moments. It's an and, not an or. There is, we all have at our fingertips a million ways to access content when we want to in our own personal prime time or live. But convening moments still have incredible power when you can get people face to face, when you can listen to a conversation and then mingle and talk with other people or make connections. In a business to business world, we're all here to move our businesses forward. So putting executives together around live journalism from Bloomberg is really, really important. So that's kind of big on our list for the fall, in addition to continuing to work with you guys and bring some more advertisers to the platform.
I think there's a real opportunity to do more together to make that even more powerful and scale it across our audience too. So I can't tell you how excited we are to continue these conversations, Christine. I don't understand how this conversation went so quickly. But I want to say thank you so much for coming and for talking to us today and for being an amazing partner.
Thank you, Anne.
And also, I want to say to those of you who are watching, thank you for being with us today, and keep an eye on the LinkedIn Collective and our ads pages for more Cannes 2024 content. We're going to be here all week. Take care.